2 were fatally injured in that crash. Another 7 were injured and received medical attention.
Tonight at 6, multiple communities across the Tri-Cities in shock after a crash in Carter County involving the Milligan University cycling team.
Lord Jesus, we need you. Have mercy.
Multiple helicopters and medical personnel were on the scene. Ballot Health says trauma surgeons at Johnson City Medical Center and their teams are responding.
We've set up a room for the families so that they have a comfortable place while they're waiting for their patient to get the care they need. I apologize, it's a little emotional for all of us.
Milligan University and other schools across the region are mourning the tragedy. News Channel 11 at 6 starts now. A man faces 2 counts of vehicular homicide after a crash this morning in Hampton. It's breaking news. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sarah Diamond.
And I'm Casey Marler. The crash killing 2 Milligan students who are cyclists with the university and injuring several others. The crash happened on Highway 19E in the Hampton area of Carter County near Simmerly Creek Road.
69-year-old John Benfield of North Carolina has been charged in connection to this morning's crash. He's reportedly facing 2 counts of vehicular homicide and 5 counts of aggravated assault. Sophomores Halen Engdahl and Braden Rogers were identified as the 2 students killed. News Channel 11's Haley Pitcher attended a news conference held by THP this evening and has more. Haley?
Yes, Sarah, like you said, the authorities confirmed at that press conference a suspect is in custody in relation to the accident this morning. That is 69-year-old John Benfield of North Carolina. He is facing 2 counts of vehicular homicide and 5 counts of aggravated assault. Now, also at this evening's press conference, authorities told us they received a call regarding a crash around 9 a.m. The crash occurred on Highway 19E in Carter County near Simmerly Creek Road. Multiple agencies and authorities responded to this crash. Fire departments, EMS, medical examiner, sheriff's department, multiple agencies, as well as air med transportation. And at today's press conference, all who spoke were really emphasizing that sense of community to help get to the bottom of why this just happened.
I can't stress to you how much that is important to these families. And it's important to my office, me, and I just hope that we can all continue to work together for these young men, because this is nowhere close to over yet.
Finney also said he could not confirm as of now whether or not Benfield was under the influence of alcohol or drugs at the time of the crash. THP says this investigation is only in preliminary stages and more information will be made available when possible. Sarah, Casey.
Haley Pitcher reporting live tonight for us. Haley, thank you very much. Meanwhile, News Channel 11's Brooke Malott is standing by at Milligan University as well. She has the school's reaction to this fatal crash earlier today. Brooke, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Casey and Sarah, it was a heavy press conference this evening with all officials, including the Milligan president, really feeling the grief as they all say this is a tragic incident that rings very close to home for them. Now, Dr. Bracken Burns also has kids who had graduated from Milligan, and the students that he has been helping today in the Level 1 Trauma Center, he says, are just like his own.
Earlier today, we received 7 casualties from the incident that you're being briefed on. Current status, 4 of those patients are in critical condition in our surgical intensive care unit. 3 patients have required operative intervention with our orthopedic trauma team, who was exceptional and in the trauma bay with us.
Now, officials with Milligan do say this week, would have been their welcome week. However, they will be changing things around due to the tragic incident that occurred today. At some point later this week, a vigil will be held, is what the school has said. Live at Milligan, Brooke Malott, News Channel 11. Sarah, Casey.
Thank you, Brooke. Ballot Health also confirmed that at least one of the victims was flown to Johnson City Medical Center for treatment.
Yes, CEO Alan Levine said in a post online that 7 people were taken to the hospital. That's where we find News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel. Ansley, what can you tell us about the response from Ballot to this crash?
Well, Sarah and Casey, we just learned from that press conference a few moments ago that the call came out around 10 o'clock this morning about that mass casualty event on 7 different patients. Now, 2 air teams were flown in. Some of the patients remain in the surgical bay at this time, but thankfully some of those students have been released so far. Ballot Health says its trauma surgeons and teams were prepared here as that influx of patients rolled in. Now, earlier today, our crews saw the helicopters and 6 ambulances come into the region's only level 1 trauma center. Ballot Health CEO Alan Levine was at an event earlier today, and he shared this about the incident.
They're being cared for by the best of the best, and we'll I know the team, I'll get an update here shortly. I know the team at the Med Center will take the best possible care of them and their families.
Levine also asked for prayers for the students and their families and held a moment of silence at that event this morning. Now, we do anticipate Ballot Health to provide more information in the coming days about this incident. However, if you are looking for ways that you can help right now, Marsh Regional Blood Center is asking for people to come and donate blood. They're looking specifically for those who have O negative and O positive. We all know that summer months are typically critical as folks do not go out and donate, but situations like this also make those situations as to where the blood banks do become even more low than what they already are. So you should check your local Marsh Center to see how you can do that if you are interested in that. Live in Johnson City, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Ansley, thanks. And we want to add that some of those cyclists are in critical condition in surgical ICU, and the ortho trauma team also had a lot of work on their hands working with people that were in this crash. Let's go to Brooke Kendall, currently on the scene of where that crash took place. Brooke?
Yeah, Sarah, the crash involving multiple Milligan University cyclists took place just up Highway 19E in Carter County this morning, where 2 of those Milligan University cyclists have been confirmed dead and multiple were transported via life flight and ambulances to the Johnson City Medical Center. The crash scene has since been officially cleared by those officials. Now, to retrack on what took place shortly after the crash, we arrived on scene this morning around 10 o'clock a.m. We observed multiple ambulances leaving the area to head toward the trauma center, as well as THP and other first responders rushing to the scene. Around that time in the morning is when THP advised me that they were working on their preliminary report, which has lasted throughout the day. We observed multiple bicycles and debris on the pavement after the crash, with officials and medical examiners examining the site, along with officers and the Attorney General speaking with residents nearby. Now, residents that live along this highway told me they heard the loud crash from inside their homes around 9:30 this morning, with heavy first response presence following. One resident tells me this highway is a common route for cyclists to travel on. It is upset to hear what had happened.
I've only heard what happened, that it was some bicycle people and a car ran into them. We have a lot of cyclists going up and down out here because it's a nice place to drive, you know. But it's a sad thing. I hate it for those young people.
We'll continue to bring you the latest as to what officials gathered here and what they say happened here at this crash site. For now, live in Carter County, Brooke Kendall, News Channel 11. Sarah?
Brooke, thank you very much. Several other institutions in our region have sent their condolences, including ETSU President Brian Nolan, who says in part, quote, "I extend our deepest condolences to the Milligan community as they navigate this loss, and we also pray for those who were injured," end quote.
We have been following this story since the news broke this morning. We will continue to do so both on air and online. You can find our full coverage on our website, WJHL.com.